Defining your ICP sounds like a strategy exercise. It is actually the most expensive operational decision your outbound team makes every week. Hello everyone, my name is Lucas, and welcome to AnyBiz.io's YouTube channel. Most outbound programs do not fail because the emails are bad. They fail because the list is wrong. When a rep works 100 accounts that were never a fit, the reply rate drops and the whole channel looks broken, even when the execution was perfectly fine. Gartner estimates that poor data quality costs organizations an average of $12.9 million per year. Research from MIT Sloan puts revenue loss to bad data as high as 15 to 25%. And according to Salesforce's 2026 State of Sales, the average seller now spends only about 40% of the work week actually selling, with the rest going to research and admin on accounts that often should have been filtered out way before anyone touched them. An ideal customer profile fixes the input side of that equation. It tells you which companies really deserve your outreach before a single email goes out. Now, if you want to be ideal, like, subscribe, and ring the bell before the algorithm pulls you somewhere else. An ICP is an account-level description of the company that gets the most value from your product and returns the most value to your business. And that distinction, account level, not person level, really matters because it answers a different question. Your ICP tells you which companies to target, while your buyer persona tells you who to email inside them. They both work together, but they are not the same document, and conflating them is one of the most common ways outbound targeting goes wrong. A workable ICP is built from 5 attribute types. Firmographics, industry, size, revenue, and location are the core filters that remove most of the market quickly. Technographics tells you what tools a company already runs, which matters because a prospect on a CRM you integrate with is easier to win than one you have to reap and replace. Then we got behavioral signals. Recent funding, new hires, expansion into a new region indicates that a company is in motion and more likely to buy now. Then there's the core pain, the specific problem your product removes. And finally, the negative ICP, the traits that make a company a bad fit, no matter how good it looks on paper. Writing down who you will not pursue is as useful as writing down who you will, because it is the disqualifiers that protect your rep selling time. The fastest way to build this is to mine your own data. Pull your last 50 to 100 closed won accounts and look for the attributes that repeat. In most B2B databases, a small set of traits shows up across the majority of your best accounts. And those repeating traits are the raw material of a real profile. Gut feel is a weak substitute. The accounts that feel ideal are often the ones a rep remembers, not the ones that actually paid and renewed. Now, once you know who fits, the next question is how many of them exist and how much revenue they represent. That is what TAM, SAM, and SOM answer. TAM is the total revenue available if every company that could buy your product did. SAM is the slice you can actually serve, given your product, pricing, and geography. And finally, SOM is the portion of SAM you can realistically win in the near term, given your sales capacity and the competition already in those accounts. For an outbound team, the number that matters most is SAM, because your SAM is your prospect universe. Every attribute in your ICP becomes a filter. Industry and headcount ranges narrow the universe. Trigger signals and technographics rank what is left, so the highest fit accounts get worked first. AnyBiz is built to run exactly that motion. You'll find your offering and your target persona. That way, the platform's AI agents translate that into prospecting and multi-channel outreach across a database of hundreds of millions of contacts. All of that through LinkedIn, email, and calls, continuously, without adding headcount. Bad fit accounts are the most expensive line item in most outbound budgets, and they never show up as a cost. They show up as a low reply rate on a list that looks just fine from the outside. The fix is not better emails, it is a sharper filter at the front. And if this breakdown gave you something to work with, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Thank you so much for watching so far, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.